We got Stugotz's weekend observations. This is very exciting. Stugotz during the break. I'm not making this up. Sarah Spain was in the other room talking to Guillermo about her beloved Bears. And Stugotz opened a soundproof door and just started shouting Bears takes at her about their play calling in overtime.
It was dreadful. I mean, seriously, you have this quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, who wears this sleeve, and since he's put the sleeve on, he's thrown like 500 touchdowns and just one
Time
interception.
now for Stugotz's weekend observations.
Setting up for a Cody
It
Parkey
is time
field
for
goal.
Stugotz to share his game notes. No one in the media will tell you what happened better than my boy Stu.
Don't get me started on Parkey either. I don't know who the Bears coach is, but he should be fired. Dan, 1 touchdown, 2 brutal interceptions. Nathan Peterman is back. College football, 1 word, chaos. Miami, out. Michigan, in. Washington, out. LSU, in. Penn State, out. Texas, in. UCF, somehow, still out. Chaos. I mean, seriously.
They're not as good this year as they were last year. They were really good last year. They're undefeated, but they're not as good.
And they're still out. Chaos. The greatest college quarterback of all time, who Nick Saban somehow waited 12 games and 3 quarters to play, averaged 22 yards per completion on Saturday. He also got injured. Oh, but his backup has 40 career touchdowns, only 10 interceptions, another 21 touchdowns running, a career passer rating of 144.3, and has led them to 2 national championship games. It's not fair. Ohio State, ho-hum, UCF could win its games for the remainder of time and not make a single Final Four. Don't be surprised if the Gators win the SEC East. And don't be surprised if they don't. Ryan Braun, what happened? I mean, it could go either way. That's a big game. Couple of weeks. Georgia, world's biggest cocktail party. How about that? That's going to be a doozy. Anyway, Ryan Braun, the redemption tour. Justin Turner saved the Dodgers season. Love that the veteran leader of the Brewers is a well-known liar and cheater. Does anything say fans don't care more than Brewer fans falling in love with a team that has both Ryan Braun and Josh Hader? Chiefs, Patriots, the first game in NFL history to finish 43-40. How is that possible? That's every Falcons-Saints game from the last decade. Found something, Joe Mixon. Ryan Braun said he's 35, going on 24. Steroids. You know what happened? What happened there?
You need to stop putting Braun and Hader in the Hill and Mixon category, by the way. Those are different moral offenses.
I understand that, okay? I understand that, what Mixon did and Hill did was far worse. I'm just saying, Dan, that fans don't care.
That's right.
They have spoke loudly on this topic. They don't care about anything other than winning. They don't care about who does the winning, just win. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Ryan Braun, steroids. You know what the K in Kershaw stands for? Knocked out after 3 innings. A tradition unlike any other, watching the so-called best pitcher of all time choke in the postseason. Bruce Arians said Colts GM Chris Ballard has done a great job of finding guys who can play football. A, what kind of analysis is that? B, they are 1-5. Apparently, Chris Ballard has done a horrific job of finding guys who can play football. Or maybe a great job of finding guys who can't play football. The loss to Stanford, after being up 24-7 at half, will haunt Oregon for the remainder of the season. For some, the remainder of their lives. The Jets run when they should pass, and pass when they should run. I hate them. Dan, on Wednesday, will be just 82 meaningless games and a bunch of playoff series that'll make you think the underdog will win, but they won't. Away from the Golden State Warriors holding up the Larry O'Brien trophy, and from Kevin Durant not winning his 3rd title in 3 years. NBA, only sport you can do a season preview and season review at the same time. Preview, Warriors win it all. Review, Warriors win it all. Sports Illustrated can already start selling those lame Warriors season recap DVDs and T-shirts for $29.99. And what a ripoff that is. And we're still buying them.
Are we?
Are
you sure?
They have their ring ceremony tomorrow night, Golden State.
I feel like the magazine industry is in some trouble.
Okay. Baker Mayfield, bust. You know what Taylor Gabriel had for lunch yesterday? Dolphin. Albert Wilson can scoop 21 of 36 for 163 yards. The Alex Smith experience. I was wondering what happened to Latavius Murray. Now I know what happened. He's a Viking. Occasionally, the witching hour makes me dizzy. Tariq Cohen, Oi Gavalt. Haven't confirmed yet, but hearing Tariq Cohen and his family came down to South Florida just a little early to check out gated retirement communities in Boca Raton. I think what happened there? I think Brock Osweiler's 3 touchdowns traveled a total of 2 yards in the air. Dan, you know what the Steelers have? Dan?
Nope.
They have the Bengals number. Jets with a rare 40 burger. Frank Gore is a man. The Chicago Bears didn't lose to the Dolphins yesterday. The Chicago Bears lost to football. One of my daughters walked in and said, "Daddy, is there something in your stomach? Like ice?" I said, "No, I'm not icing my stomach. I'm just fat." I was slouching. It was a bad angle. Rachel. Brock Osweiler is now 4-0 against the Bears for his career. You know what Brock has, Dano?
Nope.
You haven't learned your lesson, huh? The Bears number. Jets kicker Jason Myers had 24 points. He would have beaten the Texans, Bills, Redskins, and Panthers yesterday. Here's something crazy. The Chiefs let Albert Wilson go and replaced him with someone who has a faster 40 time. Baseball. Here's one of your many problems. You want me to tune away from Brady, Mahomes, Gronk, Tyreek Hill, Michelle, and Hunt to watch Alex Bregman and Xander Bogaerts. Dak, I must admit, I'm in Prescott. Not as in Prescott as I was with Mike Ryan when he stuck a 137-yard par 3 with a driver, 3.5 feet from the hole. But in Prescott, nonetheless. Lincoln Riley, Cleveland Browns, head coach, collision course. Brock Osweiler, worth every penny the Texans are paying him. LeBron James said losing the 2011 NBA Finals inspired him to never fail again. Since 2011, he's lost in the NBA Finals 4 times. If you're not careful, the Red Zone channel can put you in a trance. Has anyone besides me just sat there staring at the screen long after the Red Zone channel is signed off? Eli Manning, Jacksonville Jaguars, collision course. David hasn't been worth the price for the Red Sox. Any reason we're not talking about George Springer as maybe the greatest postseason hitter of all time? I know the reason. We don't care about baseball. Springer Dinger, the AFC South, the rare division that seemingly no one wants to win. Also the rare division that fans don't want anyone to win. Alabama, 35-point victory over Notre Dame in the national semifinal. Collision course. Patriots, Chiefs, the game that plays on a loop in heaven. The music threw me off there, Mike. I got to be honest.
$2.
It's the game.
$2.
I was just blaming the music. I wasn't blaming Mike for the music.
$2.
Anyway, that's the game that plays on a loop in heaven. Gary Busey, when you get there, enjoy. Dan, those are the weekend observations.
Wow, a surprise there. Nice.